right, good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing on this wonderful Monday morning? I hope everyone's doing great. It's gonna be, hopefully, a fantastic week. With any luck, it will be. Oh, excuse me, I've got a scratchy, raspy voice, and I've got a phone that just flew across the room. Cool. This is my pocket, and I wanted it to get out of there. And yeah, I just decided to launch it. That's always fun. All right. Monday morning. It's time to get back into the groove of things that has been so horribly messed up the last few weeks with vacations and other things. All right. Okay. So what are we going to work on today? I think, actually, I say that like I don't know. Okay, I only not know a little bit. One of the things I wanted to get back to is going and wrapping up some of my other side projects. Working on that a couple days a week and try to get those things knocked out so I can kick off other projects. Because I have a few projects I want to work on that aren't necessarily programming projects. That I kind of wanted to start on. We'll have to, but before I do that, I've got to knock out a couple that I've been working on. So to that end, I want to. I think I want to go back and finish my. It was kind of a test project, but I kind of want to finish it anyway. It's that game API and a front end for it, and I want to do that because I don't know, I just have this idea that I want to have a single inventory of all of my games, and also have the ability for me to go through and keep track of the ones that I finished. I guess that's really the goal of it. So it's pretty simple. So that's kind of where I want to go, and it'll give me some more experience working with the APIs and stuff. Oh, I feel like my coffee mug is not funneling the coffee very well this morning. Oh, somehow my to-do list is back open. Actually, I must have hit that button on accident. We'll just make that go away because it's not really relevant at the moment. Okay, so let's go. Well, let's see where I'm at. That's really, I need to kind of like reset on this project because it's been a couple weeks. So I got some objects. I do have a web page. That's right. I was working on building some tests so I could test it. That's where that was kind of like the thing that was in my brain that I was trying to get figured out, because I wanted to be able to continue doing that. Yeah, the coffee is not coming out very fast. There's gonna be lots of small drinks this morning. So, right, let's look at that. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, let's see. How was I doing all of this? I don't really remember. Okay, so game object mother. So what does this one do? Oh, that's right. So this one sets up some data essentially for me. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so we have that. I have some tests that actually don't work. So let's just run through all the tests and see what we got. I need to get this test first stuff through my head and working successfully. Okay, get games returns empty list. Okay, so what does setup do? So that just creates the repositories. Okay. So the game manager should return an empty list. Okay, so game manager. Oh, here we go. That's it. Oh, right, because this is a new thing that I had created. Okay. So, get games. It's going to return game. Ooh, hang on a second. Let me think about this. So I'm passing in the excuse me, the game repository, which is the mock game repository. What's the game VM? It inherits a game and has a list of tags associated with it. Okay. Okay. Man, I am very phlegmy this morning. Okay, so I need to do more than just return a list of games. Well, okay, let me think about this. So I have a test. This test says assert that list is empty. And so, well, first I'll just say return a new list of game VM. That'll cause the test to pass. And so insert game. I set it up. I set up the game manager. I set up my game manager has a different fingerprint now. Game object mother. Oh, I don't have that one open, do I? What's the problem here? Oh, so no, dang it. I am just all over the place this morning. Public list of game. Oh, because this needs to be changed now to change it to say game VM. So where is game VM? So game VM is a game object. Oh, it's lowercase m. we go. Okay, so let's run that test. Because it'll fail. So when I do the insert in here, I will say game repository dot insert. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe I can. Okay, hang on. Tag repository insert item. So I'm trying to think. Somehow I get that ID back, don't I? Entity framework, does that work that way? Actually, from here it doesn't matter, because game repository will have it. Because this returns a game. So I will say, result is equal to that. And then I'll come here and I'll say bm dot there. Now I get the ID back from the database. So I also assert that result.tags is empty. So that tells me that I need to write a fact to test. Let's see. This is the game manager repository, but I need to test the tag. Why? Okay, so the tag repository is resulted as an empty list, right? Let's see what it found. So my tag repository is my mock tag repository. Maybe I don't have that finished yet. Okay, so it's a dictionary of tags. So let's come here. No. So I have a tag repository, which is called a mock tag repository. Oh, I see. I know. Okay, so I need to say bar result is equal to this if result dot any determines whether the sequence contains any elements, then return result, else return a new list of tag. That'll work. No, it still didn't do it. So all right, well, let's go. Well, okay. Oh, because it's asserting that it's not empty. Because I'm trying to pass in a tag, and I didn't create a tag yet. There we go. I forgot I hadn't actually set that up yet. There we go. So we'll do the same thing here. Oops. Let's bump those guys back just a hair. All right. So now I've tested that. So I can insert a game. So what does setup do? Setup creates a new game manager. I'm just gonna test something just to make sure I've got it straight in my head. Void, just test me. So setup. I should probably have that somewhere encapsulated or extracted, but I don't know if I like that or not. List of game VM. Actually, no, I want sgt.getGames. Assert.empty. Just run up. Because every time I run a test, I should have an empty list to start with. Okay, I do. That was what I needed. That was just my brain check this morning. Okay. Whoops. All right. So now. Oh, actually, you know what? So if I return get games returns an empty list. I haven't updated my work calendar to reflect the fact that I'm not actually working this morning. Should probably work on that. Probably should work on the work. Let's see. We're gonna say get list of games, and now I don't need to assert that it's not empty, and of course that will fail. So that one does fail because I'm not getting it. Um, list of game VM games is equal to game factory dot. Oops. I don't think I have it yet, do I? I don't. List of game VM get games list. And then turn a new list of a new game VM. Why am I doing such things? We'll just take this one to start with. Miscusi. Actually, for right now, that list can be just one. So we'll do that. So we'll say get games list. And now sut.insert. Oops. Oh, because I'm doing all this before the system other test is built. Let's bring it down under that, actually. I can say sut.insert. Do I want to be able to insert multiple games at one time? Probably not. I mean, on a normal use, I don't think so. There we go. Let's change this. Let's rename that. Okay, now run it. Ooh, I'm hungry this morning. I'm gonna have to do some breakfast too. So now get games is broken because it's not set up. All right, I'm getting this. Okay, so I need to first go to list of games, list of game is equal to game repository dot get games. That gets all the games. To list. So once I get all the games, then I need to loop through each game. Game VM is equal to a new game VM, and I can pass in a game, so I'll pass in the item, and now I'll say vm.tags is equal to tag repository dot get tags. So is this where I have that game to tags? get games by tag. Get tags by game. I don't really know if I like that. VM.tags is equal to that. All right, what's the problem here? Oh, what? Game to tag. Get tags by game. Yeah, that seems like a stupid interface. What was my brain thinking? I need to use tags. Get tags. No, get tags. Okay, so there's something up. I need to have an interface that allows me to get all the tags by a game ID. So let's go fix it. Tag repository. Public I enumerable tag. Get tags by game. And really it's just gonna be game ID. I don't really care about passing the whole game in. It's not relevant. Okay, so now that's gonna give me some build errors. Yeah, I know about that one. So I'm gonna put it underneath this one. Get tags by game and int game ID. Var result is equal to tags dot t dot am I winning? No. Not on a Monday morning. T dot oh, how the balls? I don't have. How does a tag not have a game ID that's associated with it? Because now it's all starting to make sense because tags are not specific to one thing. Okay. Oh, man, I tell you, Mondays are rough. So, so a game has a list of tags. That's why I have game to tags. Damn it. Okay. That seems like a stupid design. So, all right, let me think about this. So I have games and games have tags. Tags can be associated to multiple games and games can have multiple tags. So my objects have a game VM has a list of tags, but that tag has no association to the game, other than the fact that I have associated it. Why is that so hard on my brain? Because I don't want to have I don't want to have duplicate tags. Oh man, tell you what, it's not a good way to start my Monday. This is too much thinking. Okay, so let's go undo all the changes I just made because that's no longer relevant. And we'll get rid of this one. Yeah, this one's also broken. Build it and see what else I broke. That might be it. Yeah, that one. Okay, those are all there. We'll get rid of the error by going like return games. Actually, I can't even return that. I'll just say return new list of VM. There we go. So I can't just insert each tag. I have to go check and see if that tag exists. If it doesn't, then I insert it. And I need to insert it into the game to tag object. Okay. All right. We can do this. All right. So when I do an insert, so I'll say for each item in tags, first I need to check and see. So hang on. No. Let's do this right way. I gotta go fix my test. So I need to excuse me, man. So more than just assert that the tag is empty, I need to assert single result. Well, no. That's right. Because I still only have one tag. That's fine. I need to be able to test. How do I test my database? Because all right, my brain. All right, brain. So I need to be able to make sure that when I pass in, say, 5 tags, if 4 of those tags exist, I'm only creating 1 record. I don't know if I can do that. Not with my current layout. Well, no, the database enforces that, so I don't need to test that. So that's fine. So when I do... So when I do an insert, here's where I'll do it. So first thing I need to do, all right, we'll fix it here. So if tag repository dot get tag I'm going to need to be able to get the tag by value. Is that right? Yes, I need to be able to get tags by value. So let's update that one. So I can get a tag by ID, but I also need to be able to say public tag get tag by value. This one is string value. Go. Come on, close. So now let's build, find the errors. So this tag repository. Oh, this is actually the real repository. Okay. No, yeah, this is the real repository. So we'll say, we'll put it right here. Public tag get tag by value, string value. I'm gonna have to do something like this. Value, and it's gonna be tag by name, something like that. I'll have to fix that API endpoint. The rest of that code should be fine because I'm calling the REST API. I'm making it a GET request. I'm executing it. If it's successful, I try to return it as a single tag, and I return it. Otherwise, I throw an invalid operation exception. Okay, that looks right. Let's see, tags controller. I'm going to have another route here under get tag. How do I do that? I gotta figure out how to do multiple routes. Custom endpoint ASP.NET API example. I've just done this recently, but it's very new to me. So I don't do much with APIs, I guess. Controller-based API. Come on. I just need a custom route. I just put it inside my HTTP GET. I think that's right. So we'll say HTTP GET by what did I call it? Tag by value? Tag by name. Oops. Nope. There we go. That's what I called it. Alright. Slash value, yeah. Public async. Oops. Task. Action result. Tag. Get tag by name. String value. Let's call it tag by value. Value. So var tag is equal to await context tags dot where how do I can do a where async, right? Oops. So I say where t dot name is equal to value dot first or default async. And if tag, oops, tag, what did I do? Tag is equal to null. Excuse me. Oof. Return not found. Found. And otherwise I return tag. There we go. That should be all I need there. Get tag by value. Item dot name. if it's equal to null. Null. Then I insert the tag. So for each tag that I pass in, if that tag does not already exist, create it. And then after that, now I'll do game to tag repository. So let's go game to tag. G2 tag. Look at that beautiful naming convention. Games ID is equal to vm.id. Tags ID is equal to. Now I need to know that ID. So tag is equal to this. If tag is equal to null, then insert returns the tag. So then tag is equal to that. And then I'll say tag.id. And then I will say tag repository, insert. Not tags repository. Game to tag repository, insert. All right, so insert the game. Make sure we have the ID from the database. Put each tag in the database. Try to get see if the tag already exists. If it does, we just need the ID of the tag. If the tag does not exist, add it to the database and get the ID. Create a new game to tag record. Insert mapping. Insert the record. The mapping table. Oh. Then I return the VM. I think that's still valid. I don't have a way of testing this, so I'll make sure that it's all correct. Well, what was my test? I got distracted. Oh, build errors. Crap, of course there are build errors. What? Oh, get tagged by value. Yep. Get tag by value. Return tags where t dot value is equal to value dot first or default. Value is not null here. Tag key value pair. Name. Anyway. T.name. What? It's tags, so T dot. Oh, tag dot value dot name. There we go. Well, why are you still dumb? Cannot implicitly convert type system of collections. Dot key value pair to game objects. First or default dot value. Got it. That's only a little bit complicated. All right, back to. Okay, list of games is still breaking. Get a list of games. Assert not empty has failed. Has failed. Okay, so this is what this is. This is the insert function. So I'm inserting. So game repository insert. Oh, that's probably not done yet. Of course, it's not done yet. What is my game repository? That's my mock game repository. Insert. No, that's game to tag. Insert, I say next ID, and then I add. So for each game in setup games, I do an insert. And then here, I insert. This must not be doing what I thought it was doing. Let's put a breakpoint. Let's debug it. Alright, so my VM. Come on. Is it gonna do anything? Oh yeah, nothing's working. Cool. Okay, so I have a test name. Alright, so I'm gonna say F10. Now my insert result is still there, but it still says it's a games.objects.gamevm. Okay, so this should have an ID of 1. Tags null, it inserts correctly. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. And we'll just ban that. Lovely, lovely AutoMod failures this morning. Let's go fix that. Let's go fix that modding. That AutoMod. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Moderation. AutoMod rule set. Is it? I thought it was here, where I could create. Nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Block terms and phrases. Here we go. So we'll enter phrase. There we go. There we go. Added. Moderation complete. Okay. So back to tag. So I've got two values. And then I do that insert. Okay, so now I'm done. So I've inserted the game. There's only one. All right, so let's... Okay, so... Get games is broken, apparently. Oh, yeah, it is broken because I've... I forgot to unfix it or unbreak it. Yep. Because I didn't go back and fix my code. Alright, yep. Okay, so I'm getting, for each item in games, I need to go... So I'm getting all the games. So to do that, I also need to say, I need to get all the tags for that game. And then look up those tags so they're in the object. Okay. Okay, so I create the VM. And then I'm going to say game to tag repository dot get tags by game. And this is going to be vm.id. Well, let's do that. We'll say games to tags, game to tags, and now that actually could, that will be a list of, yeah, that's a list. So then I will say for each our item in game to tags. I can't use item. I'm going to call it tag. Yeah, I can use that. I can do that. It's really bad naming conventions happening today. So I'm going to say vm.tags.add a new, no. I'm going to say tag repository dot get tag tag.id tags ID. What are you complaining about? Possible null reference here. Argument for parameter item in void list tag add. Possible null reference for parameter item in add. Oh, we'll just say dot first. No, because it's always going to be there. It's just going to complain about it. That's fine. So then I add all the tags, and then, oops, and then, no, I don't even need to do that because I'm adding them there. Now I just return games, right? Cannot plus convert types as collective blood. I enumerable. Oh, why do I get a... Game repository. Oh, crap. List of game VM. Ret_val is equal to a new list. And then at the end of every loop, ret_val.add, and now return ret_val. I know things. I really do. That's still broken. Damn it. Oh, it's not implemented. Get tags by game. Ooh. You're right, it's not. Oh, that's right. I had some funky code going on here. Gross. Gross. Oh, okay. Okay, let's heck with this. So if I delete, okay. So the key, so when I insert, okay, that all works. So let's get games by tags. That's the one that's failing. Get tags by game. Yeah. So I need to go through each one of them. Okay, so I need to say for each in tags. Var list of game to tag ret_val if record dot value get tags by game, so game ID is equal to game ID, is that right? Yeah. Then ret_val dot add record. And then I come to the end, return ret_val. Record dot value. All right. Get games to tags. This will be somewhat similar, except that I'm just returning them all. There we go. This one will be the exact, oh, poop. Ah, poop. Shift delete puts it in the clipboard. And now it's tag ID instead of, no. Let's actually get the one that has all the logic to it, so I don't have to do that. Tag ID. There. Now my test will work. Guaranteed. It worked. Hooray! I was a little nervous there for a bit. I didn't think it was going to. It's been that kind of day. All right. So what did I just test? Get a list of games. So get a list of games. So I set up the games list. I insert them. I assert that the list of games is not empty. Okay. So now we're going to get a specific game by ID. Let's see, my game manager has changed. Shoot. Go. I'll do that. So I insert a single game. I get it. And now I get a game by ID. Well, let's test it. Okay, so it fails, which is expected. So the method or operation is not implemented. Good game. Not implemented exception. As expected. All right. Excuse me. All right. So same thing as before. I will return I'm going to return a single one. And I need to get all the tags associated with it. Okay. So game repository dot get game. So I get game by ID. So I'm going to have game is equal to that. And then I'm going to need to get so I'm going to say game VM retval is equal to a new game VM, pass in the game. That'll populate all the base objects. And now I will have to get a list of all the tags associated with that game. So I need to do game to tag repository. Yes. Right, so I gotta go get the games to tags, which will give me a list. And then I will get the tag value and add it to that. Okay. So for each in game to tag repository, get tags by game. Oh, what's up, dude? All right. Is that right? I wasn't really reading it. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna get a tag. So I'm going to say, actually I don't want to call it, I want to call it G2 tag. I kind of like that one, game to tag. So now I'm gonna say tag is equal to tag repository dot get tag. And now retval.tags add the tag. And then I come here and I return retval. Alright, let's go to my test explorer. Run the tests. Hey, it works. Actually, I think I'm going to change this up a little bit, my test, so I can say I'm going to take it to be insert.name. That way, because I'm already doing this anyway. And then I want to say games Sub-Zero, because I don't have to change it if I change my data set on the back end. That shouldn't make any difference to the test. They should all still pass. Yep. Okay. That looks good. I'm starting to get the hang of it. It's not 100% natural yet, but I'm getting much closer. So we'll see how it goes. What did I do? Go away, things. All right. What else is left? I need a way of keeping track of what I've what I'm doing here. Okay, so inserts tested. Obviously, update and delete are not tested yet. That one's done. That one's done. All right, so now let's work on testing update and delete. Let's see. I need to put some lotion on. My hands are just super dry, super crackly this morning. Want some ASMR? Oh, that actually hurt. I should have done that. Ow. Ooh. Well, there's something else going on with my hand. Oh, it hurts to touch. On a joint. Getting old sucks. You don't like that sound. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't have liked that sound either. It was also way louder than I intended it to be because, you know, my hands are like sandpaper this morning. All right, let's minimize some of these tests so they're less clustered. I don't know if I need to test this one. Insert one game returns a list of one. I don't think I need to do that. Because insert game returns inserted game. Yeah, I don't need to do this one anymore. No need to do that one. All right, let's test deletes. Embracing the zombies acronym. I don't embrace any acronyms. No acronyms. Not on my free time. I mean, it's a good acronym. But I don't know. I have a hard time. I mean, we have to deal with like 100,000 acronyms at work. I just adding another one to my list is just like, ugh. Sure. But it is a good acronym. I do have to admit it is a good acronym. So don't understand the S. What is 0-1 many boundaries, interfaces, exceptions, simple solutions? Well, you know, simple solutions. Seems simple, right? Whoops. Yeah. let's see. Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, I get it. I just don't like, I don't know. It's just more acronyms to remember. It's probably one of those things that when I start doing it, I should just write it out and just have it like hanging in my office so I can just look at it. Because I'm never going to, I don't, like I said, I don't like using the acronyms because I'm in acronym overload most days. Yeah, the first four are the important ones. That's true. Yeah, it really is. So just gotta nail it. But yeah, the only acronym I embrace at home is BOHICA. BOHICA. Bend over, here it comes again. That seems to be like my day-to-day. Oh. Yep, that is very painful this morning. Wow, man. What was I doing? Oh, I was gonna do a delete. Oh. Why does that not? No, does not look right. Favors when they change the acronym and then switch between two. Oh yeah. Well, hang on. Let me think about this. I've got actually two cases. I need to make sure it deletes it. Well, no, I don't. I just need to be able to delete one and it works. Oh, man. I gotta get my goop out of my eyes. I got an eye appointment this morning. And you finally convinced him at work that mocks are bad. Yeah, I'm starting to be on that team. Oh yeah, when they are useful. Yeah, sometimes they are super useful. Yeah. When they are useful, yeah, and then try to convince them that they are good. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that I think it's got. Yeah, you want to test. You want to test the database. Yeah, that's when it's kind of useful. I was actually just thinking that there's times when we've got some apps that you need to test against the database in somewhat real time. Like you're sending trying to think of how the setup would be. You're sending data, but it doesn't necessarily hit the database as the records are put in. And so that it would be, but somebody's trying to retrieve that data or manipulate it on the same time. Like there's delays, so like you might get concurrency type stuff. The cab software, there's a dispatcher service. Oh, okay. Well, that'd be kind of the same thing, right? Where maybe you're doing something and you hit some kind of a database specific things. Yeah, the current state of the customer cab. Right. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, and we used to have, well, I guess we still do. We have a couple of, what I want to say, databases that are in our Oracle environment where we've got restrictions on the account, where like a number of connections, amount of memory usage type things to keep, because they're non-critical connections, to keep the critical stuff running. And I've had to do stuff where I mock that, where it's gonna fail, like kick off 20 concurrent connections. It's gonna cause the database to shut one of them off, like just kill the connection, an underlying network block type thing. Just so you can see those Exceptions. There's the word I'm looking for. Man, see, Mondays. I know words. yeah, and that's where having a mock can go in, because it would actually hit an instance of the database, of a database server, where I can, and then when we test it, we set the limits down to 1 and 1, one connection, 1 megabyte, or whatever it is, so that when we're running the tests, it fails quickly and we can easily play with how it's supposed to work, or how it's supposed to handle the message, right? Yeah, it really would be, and that's actually where we're going. Just, it's one of those things that we haven't gotten there yet, because I'm one person. But we're actually getting to migrate off of the Oracle environment, and in order to do that gracefully, we are going to switch to using a queue. Yeah, so yeah, we'll end up decoupling it from the database backend, so it's backend agnostic. Separating repositories by data is highly decoupled. Yeah, yep. And the real problem that I have is most of it's such old code that it's essentially like almost ground up rewrites on some of these things. And I have about, well, actually, I was gonna say I have about 50 of them that I'm supposed to get done by the end of the year. But that has changed. The deadline is no longer the end of the year, because they've realized that it's a lot of work, but we can't get rid of Oracle by the end of the year, so I'm off the hook. Yeah. yeah. Deadlines moved. Never. Yeah. It was kind of one of these situations where we had this push, like, we're gonna get rid of all of our Oracle environments, because we've got to clear the slate all at once, because as soon as we start pulling back on how much we're paying Oracle, it's going to trigger an audit, and they're going to come in and try to audit us with their compliance team. And we've got like 2 applications that the vendor is like, yeah, no, we don't support anything but Oracle. I'll be like, oh, okay, well, there's no rush for me to get my 35 user accounts off of the Oracle environment. Yeah, Oracle's business model is just miserable. Right, yeah. One doesn't simply talk to Oracle either. I mean, it's just, it feels like, I don't know, that their whole business model is just what's the polite way to say it? Screw everybody over equally. Yeah, consulting. Yeah, even talking to their what do you want to call it? Their salespeople is consulting. We had somebody one time was talking to Oracle about, I don't even remember what it was. It was a salesman trying to sell us something, and he said something that was like, "Oh, are you sure you guys are able to do that?" And then all of a sudden we got like a call from him, was like, "Hey, we did some looking." And I can't remember what it was. It was something like, it was something where we had to like license every single person at the company for a tool that 10 people use, because of the way we're moving the data. And we're like, oh my God. Like, and it was gonna be like $500,000. Like, oh, geez. Oh, no, I got training due this week. Yeah, Oracle's ugly. Knock it out after my eye appointment at 8 this morning. Not this afternoon, this morning. I don't have an eye appointment at 8 in the evening. Got training due this week. I guess I'm technically not complying. Yeah, right. Yeah, Oracle is just, it sucks. I got to the point where it's like any email, any phone call from me from Oracle, I just don't pretend to know anything about it. Yeah, it's Cohesion and Coupling, a book from the 70s. Jeez. Oracle is butt cheeks. Yep. Ain't that the truth? I'll tell you what. They're talking about tape decks. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I can just do that one. In the world of megabytes. What is an oracle? Well, it's the company, right? The parent company of the database environment that we use at work. Only like, what is it? I think at one point it's like they still are like one of the largest data handlers in the world, unfortunately. Oh, right. That what is an oracle? Ah, I gotcha. I'm following. That's how I respond. What's an oracle? Like, I don't know what you guys are. Yeah, pretty much. Just like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let's see. I need. What was I doing? Oh, I'm doing a delete, so I don't need to. Actually, I will keep it empty. Oof. Two separate repositories for so I have a tag repository. Well, it's because for whatever reason, when I set it up, I decided that I didn't want to have duplicate tags. So the tags are not tied to a specific object. So I have a lookup table, which may or may not be the right way to do it. I was struggling with that earlier this morning because I was just trying to have games and have tags, and I went to go look at how I set up the back end, and I'm like, well, this is dumb, and it's not set up that way. Yeah, so it's a many-to-many requires a lookup table. Why not pull it from a single repository? It's a good question. I don't know. Probably because I was building it one at a time, and I kind of was adding on to it after the fact. That's probably really it, because it's just that's how I set up the tables in, how did I do that? Gosh, man, I cannot stop coughing this morning. Where did I put that? Well, maybe the answer is it's not here. Yeah, right. That's the way it always is, though, right? Oh god, there it is. So I have my context has all of them. Oh, because I'm interfacing with the API to get the repository. Yeah, good ideas. Yeah, that's not always true. Everyone has good ideas at some point. So yeah, this one, I created a separate repository because each repository is interfacing with the API independently. And that's really the brunt of it. That's why it's a separate repository. Because this started off as a project to play around with and get comfortable with OAuth authentication of interfacing with OAuth. Yeah, right. So in this case, the API, each controller is unique to have each type, and but each one of them also is using authorization. So when I interface with those here in my repositories, wherever they might be. They're not here, no. That's the actual API. Nope. Yep. It is actually here, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And like I said, it was mostly, it started off as an experiment practicing interfacing with open OAuth open APIs. Yeah, and there will be. And that's kind of inherent in this particular project. At some point, I will probably merge them so it's just one repository that does all the work. Oh, jeez. Game tags have to go with games. Yeah, correct. That is true. And that'll probably be like a, what I'm going to call an enhancement. I'm just having a hard time finding even where my freaking code all is this morning. Because those are just objects, so I can just minimize that one. That's the tests API. Where on earth? No, that's mock. That's game test data. Oh man. Because I'm definitely not doing it there. Wow. Because that's the actual API controller. Oh yeah, no, see, I've even got these in the in the web API, in the web app. So yeah, so then these are calling the API and creating the OAuth request. There we go. That's, yeah, it's a little convoluted on this project. Excuse me. But yes. Yeah, they like I said, they should. And at some point they probably will, but that's going to require some refactoring. And actually, it actually won't be too terrible. But I kind of pivoted from actually how it works to doing more things like testing what I've already got, which is going to be good practice because this is the kind of crap I'm going to have to deal with at work and try to figure out how to get it incrementally better, I guess. Yeah, it should be. It absolutely should be. Because it's also well, yeah, so why did I do that? So I create new. Yeah, I'd have to go back and look and see how it all, because I've also got it duplicated about 100 times too. Why? Oh, because that's okay. Yeah, I did that. That was mostly out of a poorly convenience thing. Yeah, in this case, the lifetime for this client, I have it per method simply because each call is unique. Because based on whether it's an insert, update, or delete, it's a different REST call. So that's why it's per method, because each time it is a different creation of it. Probably, yeah. So you have one of each, and then I can pass it all in. That's actually a good way of managing it. I have to look and see how that would work. I always worry about when you get into stuff like this, especially I've done this a lot with like thread pools. It's like, okay, this is a great idea, but it's gotta be readable and manageable. I don't want to have to go spend a whole lot of time understanding it in the future if I've got to update it. But having one that's for like each of the major requests is probably all right, because it would be. I have to think of how that works. Yeah, that's a good idea. Because then it would be. Because let's see, because the REST client. Yeah. I have to think of how that would work. Because I think that REST, I think I actually wrote that. I think that REST client. So, yeah, so, well, no. Oh, no, this one actually is. Okay, hang on. This might be a case of code that I didn't go back and finish updating. Because I wrote a wrapper already called REST wrapper. That already manages the different types of requests. So, aha, yes. Because I was looking at him like, I did that. Like you say wrap it. I'm like, I did that exact thing. Or I started to do that exact thing. And so I have a class that is managing it. Why not a proxy if it's going to an API? Yeah, well, there's that. It's a good question. I don't know. I would have to go and read up on using a proxy because it's not something I've ever done. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. That's just a library between the calls and the API. Yeah. Right. And it could be a library between the calls and the API. And essentially, yeah, you're right, and it would be. Oh yeah, no, none of these are using that REST wrapper that I built. That's fun. So if I'm trying to think of how I'd lay it out, because right now I have the repository acting essentially as that proxy. So I'd call external API get genres. Right, and that's kind of how I created the repositories. So that would be kind of my go-between. Oh, what's up, kiddo? So yeah, so yeah, I have to think about that, how that would be, because that would add another piece essentially in front of my repository where I could put more of my logic. That would probably make a lot of sense. How, well, would it? Let me think about this. Because that's essentially what I have now, except that I'm using just, it is the repository. Because right now I don't have any complicated logic, which I'm actually getting to the point where I'm starting to build now that I'm doing some testing. So it might be the right way to pivot, and then it would make a lot of my stuff a little bit simpler. Well, yeah, it would be. It would make some of my testing and stuff simpler. Right, duplication is definitely there, and I know that for certain. I knew that when I started it, because there is a lot of stuff that is duplicated. Because even like, I've got hard-coded URLs and that kind of stuff. Well, sort of. They're not completely, but some of them are. Yeah, and that was where the REST wrapper came in. I thought I had already done it all on everything. So yeah, all this stuff gets cut out. Did I put it on any of them? Let's look at that. Oh, so I have the REST wrapper on this one. And I started changing it. Excuse me. Yeah, so I started to kind of go down that path with the REST wrapper. I just didn't implement it on all of them, apparently. Which is surprising, because it's really not hard to change to that. Yeah. The endpoint URL and type, yeah. And right, and that could be clearly up here because it's always the same. Yeah, so it looks like I started going down that path a little bit. And I think I just probably got distracted. Yeah, and then that's a parameter. Yep. What is happening? There we go. Then reach into the internals of REST wrapper. Right. So yeah, I think I definitely have some refactoring to do here, because those are all not configured right anyway, because I think that's the only one that's using that REST wrapper. Yeah, because I have all of this. Is that right? Yeah, no, that's still all broken. Because that REST wrapper also encapsulates all of the OAuth token collection and all of that stuff. Oh gosh, yeah, I haven't looked at any of this in a while. The method location you'd give as a parameter. Oh, right. So if I go back to like this one here, right? That's a parameter. Yep. Yeah, so my REST wrapper. Oh, let's go to the one that actually has it. Right. Man, this is ridiculous. This cough this morning. Yeah, so I would add it here, put the endpoint URL, that one. Yep, okay, that makes sense. Actually, it might just know it. Because if the... Is that... Let me think about that. Would it just know it? Well, it never changes. The only thing that changes is the ID, and that's already well known. Yeah, tag repository knows what it's deleting. Yeah. But the rest wrapper just needs to know how to call a delete method. Yeah. So yeah, and so that's how it's operating now. With its URL, and that it's a delete request. And then in this case, in a delete, I'm not passing it in the body. It's in the string. So that's really all it is, right? Right? Is that how it works? The problem is I wrote a similar one for a project at work where I have to do some crazy stuff with the body of the request too. Let's... Uh-oh. Speaking of work, I'm getting work emails like crazy. Oh, I do have the request body in there. No, it'll be when I send it, because I have to send, well, so the endpoints that I call with the one at work, we're passing around sensitive data, and so we put it in the body of the message, and it's encrypted. So I'm putting stuff in the body on, what are they on? Some of them are GET requests. Or maybe they're post requests, but we're getting data because it's not normal. I think that's what it is. I'm posting sensitive data and it's returning values. So I've got two copies of this running around in my head and I don't know which is which. But yeah, I have the body in this one because I guess I would use the body on update methods. So yeah, it would have to be there. Because I think when I do, yeah, an insert, I add it to the body too. Yeah, so I have to have the body. That makes sense. It's REST. You have to put it in the body. What's going on at work? Getting a lot of requests for people who are already active in SAP. Only got about 1 million of those this last weekend. Oh. Returning from extended leave. Our manager's coming back. Someday. I think later this month, maybe? Oh, today at 11. No more meetings. I like it when I see meeting cancellations. Okay, let's see. What are we doing? What are we doing here? You don't have many meetings? Ugh. I have meetings probably. Yeah, I wish I had less meetings. I think I probably have somewhere in the vicinity of... It doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it's a lot of like ad hoc meetings. I probably have... Well, let's see. I had one today that was canceled. But I think I have probably... Oh, well, actually my calendar is quite busy today. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 meetings today, but they're not close together. So they're like I have one at 9:30 and then I have one at, well, that's a webinar. I don't have to extend that one, but I have one at 11 and then I have one at 1. And then it's like, ugh, it's hard to get stuff done when you've only got like a 2-hour window. And then, yeah, I've got 3 tomorrow. Oof. 1, 2, 3 on Wednesday. Yeah, about 3 a day. Oh, yeah, see, I don't even have those, so. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I don't have to do any of that pair programming. I cannot. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the pair programming. Maybe I should be, but I'm definitely not a fan. It is tiring. And I'm struggling with the fact we've got an open position now for someone to do dev work, and the person that was there that moved to another position was like brand new, like first job out of college doing programming, and it was so much effort. And of course there's like nobody else to do it, and it's like, well, I try to do it, and I'm like, no, I can't do the pair programming. I'm like, I'd rather just, I don't know, I'm more hands off, I guess. I'm like, here's a thing I want you to do, go try it, ask questions. And of course this person never asked questions, which was kind of a problem, that he just would struggle and not ask for help. But it is tiring. And yeah, I don't know, I don't think I could do it. I have a hard enough time dealing with my own programming. Obviously it's a chaos. So yeah, right, knowing when to ask questions is important, and it's also important to know what question you're trying to ask. That's the struggle that I think a lot of people have, is they'll ask for help and be like, hey, I need some help, and they'll either, it'll be overly generic, like, I don't know how to program, or it'll be super laser specific focused, be laser focused on a very specific thing that's not really the problem, I guess is the way to look at the way I see it. It's like they'll be like, hey, I'm trying to think of an example, like, yeah, clarifying requirements. Yeah. Like I was, someone who came over one time and was like, hey, I have a problem. And it's somebody who wasn't really necessarily a full-time dev. Yeah, it can just pair, ask questions. Right. I tend to find just talking through the problem with someone is the biggest thing. And I just start at the beginning. I call it my wife speech. It's like I talk about it in simple terms, not technical, or as little technical as I can, and just talk through the problem like I'm talking to my wife, who is not a programmer. Oh, yeah, that's a good mentality. Sometimes I have a hard time doing it, and it's fixed instantly. It is magic. Sometimes that's the way to do it, but a lot of times if it's like, if I feel like I'm stuck and I'm right at the edge, I tend to work on it and I can't let it go. That's the problem I have, because I've got to get that satisfaction of solving the problem. But yeah, sometimes, yeah, I just talking out the problem with someone. I use my marker board at work all the time to like almost like diagram the problem. Yeah, I actually need to wrap up too, because I've got to go get ready. Actually, I got to get ready for my eye appointment and then get ready for work. But thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, that's good. I always like the challenge. Now my brain is fired up so I can go do some real heavy work today. Actually, it's not going to be heavy work. It's going to be boring work. It's project work today. But yeah, no, I appreciate you stopping by, Dota. I will be, I might be back tomorrow. Can't remember. I may be going in the office early tomorrow and not streaming. But yeah, have a good day. Good luck at work. Enjoy your no meetings. I'm envious. Later. Actually, I think this is a good place for me to wrap up too, because I need, like I said, I need to go finish getting ready for my eye appointment. It's not an exam. It's just a follow up from, I got LipiFlow. And then, yeah, let's see. Let's check out my calendar. What have I got going on tomorrow? My wife's off work, so I might be going into the office early. Yeah, I'm going to have to. So yeah, I will not stream tomorrow, but I will be streaming on Wednesday morning, 5 a.m. again, Central Time. So, I guess until then, I will probably keep working on this a little bit. I need to go back and fix all this code anyway, so I'll probably spend some time doing that, so I can make things better. That's the goal, at least. Forward progress every day. So we'll hopefully get things improved, I guess. Maybe get to a point where things are actually like legitimately looking better and running better. We'll see. But anyway, until Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, everybody take it easy, and I will see you guys then. Bye.